English 10. This is Ms. Long, and I have one exciting thing to say. It's a week till Thanksgiving break, and I don't know if that's as exciting to you as it is to me, but I'm pretty stoked about it. You've worked very hard this fall, and we are ready for a well-earned break. Whatever travel plans you have, whatever relaxation plans you have, whatever catch-up in school plans you have, it's just a light at the end of the tunnel for this week. So just had to mention that to start off. One other thing to mention, don't watch the Bronco games anymore. Anyway, this session is beginning Unit 4, Session 2 on debate. And I'll be real honest, this is a pretty packed session. You're now finished with all that late work from Unit 3. We're moving into Unit 4 with full earnest. And this is the session where we're going to get into the meat of the research and organizing your arguments. So let me very quickly walk you through this session. There are 5 assignments listed, 5 days of the week, 5 assignments. If you have to pick and choose, I would say that 4.21, 4.22, and 4.25 are the most important ones. Not that you can't benefit from these other ones, but if you're working to catch up or you have some other condition that makes it harder for you to get everything done, those are the 3 to get done. Okay, so your first task here is to decide what topic you want to pursue. Last week I asked you to give me several topics that you'd be interested in, and I did combine those into a document right here that gives kind of what other students were interested in. I'll just very quickly click on that. I took all of the topics that you listed and the numbers of people who mentioned them and correlated those. So if you want to work with somebody else, there are some other students who are interested in those. But I am a teacher who likes to give choices, and I'm going to give you the choice. I got some feedback from you guys on your survey about how you felt about using technology. Some of you were really stoked about the idea of working with other students. Some of you really were a little bit trepidatious about that. So at any rate, I've decided just to give you the choice. If you want to work as an individual, you'll write both sides of your debate and then create a recording of you presenting this debate orally. Or for extra credit, if you'd like to debate in real time with a classmate, you'll get 30 points of extra credit. You'll write both sides, and then you'll present your debate via Google Hangout, Big Blue Button, or Blackboard Collaborate. Now, to work with somebody else, you're going to need to find somebody else to work with, someone else working with the same topic. So that's where you would go to the summary page of topics, add your name in, and either way, I want you to post on this discussion board with your debate topic and your resolution. So mention all that in your posts. I will help coordinate the best I can. Once you've done your debate topic, the next thing to do is to gather research. And one of the big ideas, and that's a takeaway from this session, is that a good way to get research is not necessarily the internet, but using databases. So we're going to be looking at Jefferson County's databases where you can get credible, trustworthy information on your topic. Now in Unit 3 you learned about pathos, logos, and ethos, the 3 kind of pillars of persuasion. And ethos is your credibility, that's your trustworthiness. So if your information is not trustworthy, your argument and your persuasion will not be trustworthy. So we're going to be using databases to find 5 to 7 resources on your topic. You should remember to keep some balance. If you're arguing legalization of marijuana, you do not want 6 sources that say, yes, we should legalize it, and 1 that says, no, 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 don't do that. You need to have a good balance. So something to keep in mind as you get those resources. And then you'll submit those together with your MLA information. You're going to be working on your MLA format now so that you can save time when it's done. And here's a video that can help you with that. And you'll submit your MLA works cited with the 5 to 7 sources that you've found. You're off to the races. You have your research. The next thing to do is to figure out what the arguments are on each side of your debate. So you're going to post your issue, post the 3 arguments on each side you've come up with, and see what resonates with your peers. So you'll post yours, and other students will post responses like, hey, that's a really good argument, or I'm not sure that's convincing, or have you thought about types of responses. So this is your typical JVA discussion board rubric topic assignment here. It's a chance for you to get some feedback on what your strongest arguments would be as you're creating your debate. Now, in order to have a good argument, you need good research, you need good basic arguments, but you also need to check that you haven't committed any logical fallacies in the process, because you want to have a really sound argument. You don't want someone to be able to say, yeah, you're just forcing us into two choices. We have a third option. You don't want someone to destroy your argument that easily. So we're going to go back to last week's logical fallacies and build on that. Now, if you were someone who had no problems with logical fallacies, you'll get one assignment, and if you need some additional practice, you'll get a different assignment. So if you need some additional practice, if your original scores came out on that last week's assignment as suggesting you could benefit from more practice, well, here's some more practice for you. And there's also a Jeopardy game that goes with this, just for a little bit of fun, just to get some additional practice so that you can really recognize those. And I do think that this is one of the really valuable parts of this unit, because this will cross curriculum. You will see logical fallacies or logical thinking in all of your content areas, whether it's forensic science, whether it's history, politics, whether it's government. You're going to see logical fallacies in a lot of places. So good practice for you there. Now, if you are one of these people that just ate it up last week, you totally got it, you will get the opportunity this week to explore some additional logical fallacies to expand your knowledge of different ways that humans err when they reason with information. The last step for our unit, our session, is for you to put all this together in a plan for your debate papers. It's called the debate flow chart, and basically you are going to be creating an outline for your topic where you write down specifically what your resolution is, what the definitions are, and then the reasons and the types of evidence that you'll use. So you're going to be using testimonial evidence, statistics, anecdotes, analogies, other detailed factual information, considering why that information, that evidence even matters. You can't just throw out a quotation or a statistic. You have to explain how it proves your position. And then you're going to anticipate what the other side would say for each paper. So if I'm doing affirmative first, I'm going to then anticipate what the negative side would say about my arguments, and then figure out how to shoot the negative side down. And that's really the benefit when you get into actual live debate of back and forth arguing, that you get to find who can argue the best with the information you have. But for our purposes, you're going to be creating a flow chart that is really your outline. Once you have this outline, you will be able to write just a sizzlingly well done paper, because you'll have everything you need. It'll just flow together really nicely. So take your time on this. This is an assignment I'm not interested in seeing half-done work on, half-baked work. I want to see you give this your best, because it really does determine how well your paper comes out in later sessions. So take your time on that. Make it a good one. I do suspect that the workload for this will probably bleed a little bit into Thanksgiving break. Not that I'm trying to load you up with work, but just that's kind of the way it fell out. So just know that that is available, and I'll be looking for work throughout the break, because I don't plan on going anywhere myself. So if you have any questions about this session, please be sure to get in contact with me, and have fun this week as you get into your topic. Pick a topic you like, and pick a mode that you like, whether working individually or with someone else, and give it your best. December's on the way. Have a great week.